What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this update, I have a lot of updates for you guys. The account recently hit $500,000, which is absolutely crazy because I just did a video a couple of days ago of the account hitting 450. So there's been a lot of movement. Crypto is exploding. Everything has just been going up. We are seeing a little bit of a sell-off kind of right now as I do this video, but there's been a lot of change. There will be probably a decent amount of changes to the portfolio, and so I'm excited to update you guys on what's going on. I'm going to be dropping gems all along this video, particularly when we get to crypto towards the middle to the end. So it's definitely a one that you want to just kind of tune in, even if you're just listening, not watching the video, but definitely going to be lots of alpha towards the back half of the video. So smash the like button and let's get into it. So today's portfolio, main stock portfolio, is actually down 1,500 bucks. That was whatever's going on in the after hours has kind of brought this portfolio down a little bit, as well as some of the covered calls because Shopify had a monster day today. So we were down 0.5%. Portfolio sitting at 274,000. Cash position right now is at 2,900. So for the main movers in the portfolio of stocks today, we had Amazon up 1%. We had Tesla down almost 7%, which actually makes me happy. You'll see why in a minute. Shopify went as high as 25%, ended up around 18%. Microsoft up 1.2, and that's pretty funny. Meta closed at 0%. So that was for the main movers in today's stock account. Let's update you on the moves from this account recently. Mainly has been just a lot of rolling. So some of this was done on Friday, some of this was done today. So just lots of rolling. Had to roll up Palantir from 19 to 20. Had to pay a small debit for that. I did put on some Tesla 355 calls. Collected $2,048 for that for 12/13, so December 13th. Feeling good about that. I rolled the Amazon from 150 to 155. Had to pay 300 bucks to do that. Had to roll the other Palantir calls from 26 to 27. Paid 100 to do that. Let's see. That was so I actually did two Tesla trades, but so I ended up putting on 350 calls because Tesla ended up selling off a little bit at the end of Friday, and so I moved that down to 350. Then today I rolled the Shopify calls from 77 to 79, and then I moved, or sorry, 78. Let's see, no, 77 to 78 was one batch, and then I moved the other batch from 79 to 80. Moved all of those to from expiring this Friday out to December 13th, and then I also closed the Enphase Energy $100 call. So these were naked calls. This was a fantastic trade. I held that to 98%, $310. So I'll be looking to put on some more calls on Enphase and just move that down from like 100 to probably 90 or 85. So that one's looking good. I just want to quickly cover this because then we can get to the real meat of the update. So I closed out 2 days ago Celsius. So Celsius is gone. Basically, anything in my portfolio that I'm not married to is getting liquidated shortly in order to go into crypto. So Celsius was definitely just showing such weakness recently that Celsius did not make the cut. So Celsius got cut out a couple days ago. Still holding my Snowflake 110 and 120 calls. I'm holding those until earnings, which are next week, I believe. Those are on the chopping block, so we will see. Those are going to have to make, Snow is going to have to go up minimum 10% on earnings for me in order for me to justify holding these calls because I have such conviction in what we're going to see in the crypto markets in the next 5 to 6 months. And so this is just not going to make the cut if these are just kind of hanging around price-wise. So my cash has gone up, obviously. So that's just going to be held until earnings. If they don't really go up nicely, those will get sold. And then this whole Robinhood account will be closed until I sell my crypto next year. because there's just nothing else I'm married to at this point besides my stocks. So that was all for this portfolio. Now let's look at the crypto portfolio. We were at like 212,000. We did fall. Um, we fell about 10 grand today. But if we look at some of these 7-day moves, they're just absolutely insane. Render is up 64% in the past 7 days. Ondo up 42%. Sui up 63%. Echelon up 48%. Beam up 40%. Dog with Hat up 57%. Brett up 48%. So this is the power of holding good altcoins, guys. Good altcoins. All right. And we haven't even hit an altcoin season. So most of these coins are not even at their all-time highs. Bitcoin is sitting here destroying its all-time high, and most of these coins are sitting literally 200 to 300% away from their all-time highs. And you better believe they're not going to stop at their all-time highs. You think that they're not going severely higher if Bitcoin does? So I'm feeling very confident in this portfolio. I want to show you guys some retail indicators that are starting to excite me. So what we have as far as portfolio moves, the Celsius money is going to go into this portfolio. The Snow will go into the portfolio if it doesn't make a big move on earnings. And I'm also going to be using my Microsoft shares as sort of like a bank account. So any big dips we get in crypto, I'm going to be slowly just liquidating 1,000 here, 2,000 there, 2,000 there of Microsoft, because everything else I feel in the portfolio stock wise still has pretty decent upside, but Microsoft obviously is just so big. So that's the plan as far as liquidating anything that I'm not married to. So I'm basically going to have my 7 stocks. I'll be kind of taking a little bit of Microsoft here and there if we get big dips. And they're going to have to be big dips because I'm pretty allocated, as you see. Crypto makes up the majority of my portfolio. If we look at just crypto as a position, the portfolio is at 500 grand and 200 of it is crypto. So that shows my conviction in cryptocurrency at this point. So now I'm going to show you guys 3 indicators that are very exciting that I like to see. So this from Alex Becker, who is pretty much the largest crypto YouTuber. He says 233K views in 8 hours on my latest video. Retail is back. Not going to say that. So that's really good indicator that people are starting to come back and watch crypto YouTube again. So he talks about in some of his videos, when he starts getting 1 million views a video, like that's a good indication that you're getting near the top. He has about 1 million subscribers or more. So if you're getting 1 million views and you have 1 million subscribers, obviously the interest for Bitcoin is extremely high. Next, we have, let's see if I can zoom in on this. There we go. So we have the Bitcoin Google search trends. Here we are. Look at this gigantic spike we're getting right here. But the exciting thing is we're still not even at the 2024 March highs. And look back in 2021, how high we went. So we're sitting here at like 50, this 50 mark, basically. And so we're basically only halfway there. Not meaning Bitcoin's going to go up, we're only halfway to Bitcoin. But as far as peak interest, we're not even we're just about halfway there. So that is very exciting. Next, this right here is more important than a lot of people realize. Why? Dogecoin is up 125% in the past week. Why is that important? Because Dogecoin is the coin that most of retail remembers from the last cycle. Everybody was throwing a couple $100 in Dogecoin, and some people made a lot of money on Dogecoin. But most people rode their bags in Dogecoin all the way back down. So they probably either sold at the bottom or they just said, you know what, it's only a couple $100. I'll just leave it in here. Maybe it will come back. And now they're getting all these alerts on their Robinhood that, hey, Dogecoin is back. So that's going to really help the retail interest as well. And then all of their interest is going to start looking towards some of the altcoins because Bitcoin has already ridden up so much. So basically, my entire portfolio and my entire focus is going to be crypto related over the next 6 months. In my opinion, what we're going to see is a blow off top on cryptocurrency in Q1 of this coming year. I think a lot of it will have to do with the inauguration of Trump, and I think there's going to be some crypto legislation that gets put up, at least for a vote. Doesn't mean it will all pass, but I think there's going to be some crypto legislation that's put up for a vote, and that to me is going to be the Q1 first top. The question is, no one's really questioning if we will see a big slowdown slash dip, because we know we get like 20 to 30% Bitcoin dips even in the midst of the final year of the 4-year cycle. The question is, do we get that end of year rally like we did last time? And I have to say, for me personally, I probably, if the initial spike in Q1 happens the way I think it will, I think we could see 130 to 140 Bitcoin. If that happens, I'm probably out. I'll keep what they call a moon bag. I'll keep a moon bag, maybe 10% of the portfolio, and move all of that 10% into like super risky, like high flying altcoins. That way, if we do have a second pump towards the end of next year, I'll be able to really multiply that small bag into something large. But like 80 to 90% of my bag is going to be sold in Q1 of 2025 if we do get that blow off top, because not every cycle do we get that second move back up. I think the 2017 was just one blow off top, and then you missed that. There was small pumps, but that was pretty much it. And then in 2021, we had that blow off top, and we had a huge retracement during the middle of the year, and we came back up towards the end of the year. But I think that one was a little different because of COVID. So I think a lot of the sell-off was due to COVID, and then we obviously saw a really quick recovery in all markets, not just crypto. So I'm not so sure that we're going to get that second pump this time, because I think some bad economic data is going to come out in the second half of next year, because we know the government has been cooking the books as far as the numbers and on some of the economic data to make themselves look better for this past election. So I think Trump's going to kind of expose all of those numbers, and then inflation might pick up again, the Fed might stop cutting rates and all these things. And I'm not sure that we get a second Bitcoin pump in the midst of all that. So the risk for me is that we do get that second pump, and that I sold too early. But if there's life-changing money on the line, like I feel like there could be in quarter one of 2025, then I'm going to go ahead and take that life-changing money. And I don't need to be upset about looking dumb on the internet because I missed out on that second pump, because by that point, I think I'll be very satisfied with the gains that I'm sitting on, and that's just what you have to do. So that's the game plan, crypto-wise. Very, very exciting. Just lastly, looking at some of the recent options. Told you guys about the Shopify already. The Tesla 350 calls are down 18%. They were up 45% today, which was nice. A little recovery there. I got the Enphase 94 puts that I'm still down on. Anything recent. Microsoft, that does expire in like 3 weeks. I'm gonna have to roll that up to 395. Shopify, just gonna keep rolling those up and out, up and out, up and out. I'm probably paying debits in order to do that. Same thing with Palantir, gonna have to roll that one soon. And then that's it. So I'm really not going to be focused almost at all as far as options. I mean, I'm still going to take advantage of any opportunities that I see. Most of the portfolio already has covered calls on it. Luckily, I do have 100 uncovered shares of Amazon. I'm just letting those go until I feel like it. To be honest, I just want to give myself a little bit of room to run there, I feel very comfortable with the Tesla 350 calls. Um, and so the rest of the portfolio is just like, managing these calls whenever the extrinsic value gets low, just rolling up and out for small debits. I don't like rolling them out so far just to collect a little bit of credit, especially if I think sort of the market's getting overvalued and probably is due for a pullback. So that's the game plan. I'm not going to have too many options plays probably for you guys, um, but it's going to be more about continuing to be properly allocated into the crypto markets. I've already proven that my portfolio, the coins in my portfolio, are fantastic coins. There's no doubt about that, because the 7 day performance has proven that. So whenever Bitcoin runs, my portfolio is going to go up hundreds of percent. Um, it's just a matter if Bitcoin does, in fact, get that first blow off top now and kind of going into Q1, or if it takes kind of riding out, grinding up next year in order to get that, multi, that 150 or more Bitcoin price. So obviously, no one knows, but either way, it's very exciting, and I'll be updating you guys all along the way. So stay tuned. I'll probably only be doing like 1 to 2 videos a week just because there's not going to be too many updates. Obviously, the next 2 weeks will probably be pretty interesting updates because we'll see what happens with snow. And then if we get any big dips, I'll be letting you guys know, kind of what areas of the portfolio I can kind of steal some money from. So I'm pretty much all out of cash. I got like 10 grand of cash. When you combine what's in this portfolio with selling all of the little Robinhood, but pretty much all out of cash, and so it's just going to be a matter of managing the positions and not selling too early. But then I have about 10 different indicators that I'm looking at, and when those start flashing, I'm out. I'm out. So I won't be around to ride this wave back down. So I'll keep you guys updated for sure. If you guys have any comments, definitely drop them down below. And love you guys. So take care. I'll see you tomorrow on Wheelers. And as always, God bless.